final for the Verizon post-match interview. Standing here with s0m. Wow, first and foremost, s0m, congratulations. Not only is this your first BO5 win in Valorant, you're able to move on to the finals of the VCT Americas and do so by getting revenge on Evil Geniuses, the team that knocked you down to the lower bracket to begin with. So a lot of emotions going on. What's going through your head right now?
I mean, obviously it feels great to win, especially since it was a rematch, a revenge rematch. And I mean, it feels great, obviously, but yeah.
Now, in this rematch, we saw quite a bit of maps that were repeats from what we saw in that last time you played against Evil Geniuses, starting with Haven. Haven was a map where the last time you played against EG, you actually won 13-11. This time around, we saw that y'all switched up the comp. You went for Harbor Viper, and we heard about your reasoning as to why. What do you think it was that made it so it just wasn't quite enough in this rematch?
I think we lost both pistols, so that's obviously a factor, but we played a lot of like the small situations bad on us, so we kind of just threw and just gave it to them, but we were pretty confident going to the next map.
Yeah, you then went on to win like almost every single pistol after that. And then moving on to Ascent, we've seen historically, especially recently, EG has been looking so good on that attack side on Ascent, and yet going up against you guys today, it's almost like that wasn't a thing because you completely shut them down on that first half. Were you prepared knowing that they do have a really strong attack side? What was the game plan heading in?
Yeah, obviously we played them earlier, so we knew their Ascent was good and we lost to them. But we watched it back and we were definitely a lot more prepared. And we definitely knew like a lot of the things they were doing and things that they were trying to fake. So we had a good game plan going into it and we just closed it out.
Indeed, and now you and Evil Geniuses, of course, are going forward to Japan, taking a few steps back and looking at their journey as a whole. I think it goes without being said that they've had this sort of Cinderella story where they went from a team that everyone thought, oh, they're not going to even make playoffs, to now joining you and going to Tokyo. So what has it been like, not even as a rival, but as a fellow American team, to watch their sort of reversal and coming back to where they're at today?
Yeah, I mean, no one expected EG. I mean, I can speak for everyone, but I mean, they played insane at the last part of the season. So props to them, huge props to them. And yeah, I mean, the only thing is it's kind of sad for Demon One not being able to attend Tokyo. So I do feel for him, but regardless, their run here has been good. So props to them.
And your team's run has been great as well, now making it to the finals where you will be playing against Loud. It feels almost just perfect to see this be the final matchup with the insane rivalry that has been going on between your team and Loud's for so long. Loud, a team that you've played twice now. The first time you lost 1-2, and then the last time you played, it was a 2-0 victory. So what are the biggest learnings out of the times that you've played against them in this season, and which of those will be most important in this grand final?
Yeah, playing against them in the past, I haven't played them as much as my teammates have, but every time I do, I learn something new, and it's kind of giving me like an adapting kind of thing where I can learn and kind of adapt mid-game. And Loud is like the only team that really pushes me to think past. So I think regardless what happens tomorrow, it'll be a fantastic game.
All right, s0m, last question. There's no doubt that your team, especially that core, has had so much experience and success, especially on the international stage, but it's always in the regionals where they haven't been able to clinch it. What would it mean to you if you were able to be a deciding factor in clinching their first regional victory?
I mean, yeah, it'd feel great. Me and FNS were just talking about it, and we were just like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's make it happen. So, I mean, if we do it and it ends up happening, it would feel great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, s0m, for taking the time for this interview, and congratulations once again to NRG as they will be playing Loud tomorrow. For now, let's head back to Golden Boy and the boys at the desk.